Hi, I'm Howard from CycleVan. Today we're going to put a side grab handle on a Promaster. You're going to be able to find this product on PromasterWorld.com. So one of the common problems that we're running into is people having a hard time getting into the Promaster. Even though it's not particularly high, this deck height for some people is kind of high to get in. So we're going to install this nice black grab handle right on the side pillar here, on the B pillar. And it's pretty easy to do because the holes that you need exist already. So we're going to get into this in a second. So the first thing we have to do is measure where the handle's going to go. All right. Now, the critical thing is this is your reference point. This is a little lip of metal that the tape measure is going to hook on, and then we're going to measure up. Now, this particular van has a like a vinyl floor in with some aluminum bullnose, but you can still see it's like a champagne colored van. You can still see the champagne colored steel lip. That's the lip that we're interested in here. So we're going to hook the tape measure onto that lip, and we're going to come up about 39.5, make a mark. I did it already, and about 46 and make a mark. 39.5, about 46. So I made these marks 39.5 and about 46. If you pull this rubber off toward you, you will see that there are two holes, actually more than two holes, but I made a mark with the green magic marker at this round hole that exists already from Promaster, and this hexagonal hole, or hexagonal, however that's supposed to be pronounced, you're going to use that hole as well. That's the one that's about 46. 39.5, 46, give or take, okay? So we're going to install these little fasteners called plus nuts, and I'll show you how to do Okay, so we got these holes marked, as I said earlier. The round hole at 39.5 approximately, and the other hex hole at 46. I got a helper here who's going to pull this plastic back just enough for me to put this plus nut tool. This is a particular fastener. When you put it in, it expands behind, and you've got a nice firm threaded hole to mount the handle to. So if you get a pair of hands, what you're trying to do is peel this back far enough to get the tool in there, but not pulling it into the van to unclip it. You don't want to unclip, you want to avoid that. So we're going to take this plus nut tool, 9/16 wrench, we're going to put it in the hole. We're going to hold it, and again, you can do this by hand with 2 wrenches, but we're going to do this. Don't over tighten it, and you're going to back it off. And what you end up with is a beautiful threaded hole, and we're going to do another one up there. Okay, pop that in like that, hold it with the wrench. Now you got 2 threads. So the fastener you just deployed, of course, looks like that. This is a little thing that we have to determine size of it. This, don't pay attention to that. But this is what the back side of that fastener looks like behind the panel. So you can tell there's a lot of bearing surface. So when you grab on that handle, there's plenty of strength for any weight person to be pulling on that. The next thing we give you that you're going to need are these 5/8 spacers. They got a little adhesive strip on the back. You're going to peel that, and you're going to stick that between the plastic trim and those little fasteners we just put in. But before you do that, there's one extra step. So in order to mount this handle, we obviously have to drill holes through the plastic so that the handle can be bolted in. And how we do that is you got to look in where that threaded hole is, get yourself an awl, and get a pretty good estimate of where that hole is going to be. And make a mark. That looks good. It's about 3/8 of an inch in from this plastic edge. There's a mark there, okay? Even if you're off a little bit, it's easy to deal with, but you're trying to be accurate. Now you're going to drill that with a 5/16 drill bit, but before you do that, it's a good idea to shove a piece of wood behind there so you don't go flying through. So I drilled these 2 holes. The top one lines up pretty good. You can check them with the screws that we give you. The bottom hole I drilled is a little bit off. So I'm going to make that hole in with a razor knife. Okay, so these spacers that we provided, nylon spacers, got a adhesive strip on the back. So you're going to peel the adhesive paper, and you're going to stick that right into place there. Okay, center it on that hole. Same thing with the second one. Okay. Put the trim back on. And now we're ready to put the handle on. In the kit we give you stainless steel bolts, flat washer, which I put in there already. This one's in. So we're going to put this right into the... If you have any trouble putting the screw in, it's probably because that nylon washer spacer moved a little bit. You can always take the screwdriver and center it. That one's good. Okay, so we're going to get that in there. Now, if you find that it's very hard to turn these, it's because you're probably beginning to cross thread it. You don't want to force it. You want to back it off and then find the proper thread. You might have to be on a slight angle, and then it pops in. You can feel it grab nice. This is a number 3 Phillips head screwdriver. Sometimes when you put, maybe even a good idea is to put a little dab of grease on the tip of each one of those screws, and then they just glide right in. You'll see that once this is on, the edge of the grab handle is resting on this rubber trim a little bit. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. And now you got a nice, strong handle. It's not going anywhere. Let me give that a couple more turns. Okay. And we are going to wipe off my marks, vacuum it out, and we're good to go. Anyway, PromasterWorld.com, this accessory and a bunch of other accessories for your Promaster. Thank you.